Well, it wasn't Highlife. You see, the crew people did develop distinct ways of playing the guitar on the high seas in the 19th century. Crews were recruited on board a lot of steamships and sailing ships by the Europeans and Americans. So they picked up the Spanish guitar, but they didn't use the Spanish way of playing or picking the strings. They used the typical African one, which is, you can still see it if you look at King Ayasoba, the way that the Africans play the lute. It's a two-finger technique. And that's what the crew people spread down the West African coast. But it wasn't Highlife. It was a sort of an element of Highlife. And so in Ghana, it was absorbed into Sibi Saba music. And in Sierra Leone, it was absorbed into the Maringa style. In Nigeria, it was absorbed into the Juju and native blues styles. So what we can say that the crew people didn't invent Highlife, but they created a very important ingredient of Highlife, which is a specific way of playing the guitar. And they introduced it to Ghana, around about 1900. But of course, the Ghanaians, once they got hold of this style, they then developed their own styles of playing, like Yam Ponsa, Adonson, and so on. So this is how it happened. But it's not that the Liberians invented Highlife. Don't forget, back in those days, Africans were there were no colonial borders. People were walking and fishermen were going between people's countries. There was a lot of ethnic blending going on in West Africa in terms of music. So crew people would come to Ghana and even settle in Ghana around the lighthouse in Accra, and vice versa. Or Ghanaians would go to Nigeria and vice versa. There was a lot of cultural fluidity in the system.
Good one
many
there.
Countries sort of contributed to Highlife, but it crystallized in Ghana.
Wonderful.
As a distinct genre.